Hey guys, what's up? It's time for Hit and Run 2, Fango. Apparently that wasn't the summer issue. This is, oh boy. See now this is, there actually was a chimp attack in Connecticut about 10 years ago, I remember, not too far from where I was at. It was amazing how these things, essentially they attack people like they attack each other. Which is to say they bite anything hanging off, and they gouge, and they tear. The woman was done to, oof. So I think this is very insensitive. Here we go, we got the editor here, like this. He makes a point to make that he is a guilty lapsed Catholic. I don't get that. I don't get that. I don't mean that I don't get the concept. I don't think these people feel guilty at all, man. I'm just saying. It's like something to bring up, like your identity. It's here. It's interesting. He goes, profoundly sad to see many horror fans, when presented with something foreign to them, driving to no thanks. He's basically talking about what we're continuing to say, which is that a lot of these new horror movies suck. We don't like that you're jamming all your bougie messages into them. I like this. And also, the theme of religion is in this, very much guilt-tripping the audience, the reader. Right? I like this right here. Even if you're committed to hating the content, the voice, the point of view you're against, he's only going one direction with that. But have you never heard of a hate watch? Do the work, man. Hey. I've been hate watching your man for a while. Maybe hate's a bit strong, but he would think it is. He brings this up again, right? More for me. Okay. That's not how horror works. So the theme is always just like with the comics and the other things. A lot of these things are not doing well financially. It seems like the horror, which was always really a populist, I told you, it was a working class genre back in the golden age of it. That people are not, the masses of all races are not digging these bougie horror films. Remember that the theme I kept bringing up, right? That no matter what face they put on it, this is all put on you to the tastes of upper class, mostly white, bourgeois people. Right? I am to the left of this man, historically speaking. So, and speaking of historical, Mr. Gingold here, good. With another similar article, I guess, editorial he had done before, where he is griping that people, the horror that is popular, or the people that go to, of what's left of it, is not the critically acclaimed, serious stuff I've been mentioning. These social issue bougie movies. They go into stuff like this. That looks awesome. Yeah, it's interesting. Hey, because he's a big so you go. You're a big fan of Mystery Science Theater 3000. I told you I hate those sons of bitches. Man. So whatever. It's just him griping that we don't like any of these films. So anyway, we'll go further in. Okay. Speaking of covering new stuff and getting away from the safe and nostalgic, they always cover a Scream. The last two issues. Come on. Like it. Oh, careful. Actually, it's funny in terms of I'm not really the twist in this. I already heard it from another source. It just doesn't seem very interesting. But there's something here I saw. I tried to do some recon here before I get into this. What's it? Oh, notice all caps. It's like God, right? I just hear it. Nowadays, thank God, there's an unbelievable tsunami of people using horror to explore social issues. Man, they've been doing that for decades, bro. I mean, straight up. Come on. And obviously, too, the funny thing here is that this film has been lambasted by the very people that it was supposedly aimed at. But who is it really aimed at? It's not really aimed at fill in the blank, right? It's aimed at the upper class, bougie, mostly white people, with the biting signs on their lawns. Anyway, it's funny too. It's the horror of the. Here we go. There's a return to a sort of puritanism that I never thought I would see in my lifetime. Well, that is true. That is true. Okay, but if I told you what was really descended from that puritanism, you'd find yourself actually being in that strain. And filming in the South, I didn't know how the production would be received. What are you trying to say? You're in Georgia. Come on, man. Georgia is like New York. Come on. Anyway, so this is apparently, this film already flopped. But this dude, they keep putting this dude off. This dude, I don't get it. It's supposed to be like mocking all your 80s sitcoms. And then making it some kind of, like they even put it like People magazine. There you go. You think you're clever, don't you? Nope. Apparently there's something bigger behind this. There's like a big meta thing with this. But it just doesn't seem interesting to me. And apparently, another example, I hate to disappoint Mr. Gingold, but this movie and this movie have not done well critically. Obviously, this was being written before they were released. I can imagine what the next exordium is going to be. When you exhorted. Anyway, I can't do one vid. This is too long. So, but let's see if I can get through a little bit more here. Tom Savini. Where is that? I always wanted to do some of this stuff, but you only got so much time. Alright, so my man here is trying to make a very heavy thing about religion. That miracles and masks of God. It ain't hard. It's linked between theology and alien. Well, damn. In the end, horror is, I keep saying, is or traditional. The idea of a transcendent order where you're in a very low position is what essentially what horror is. It's Paleolithic man having to deal with, the night and the day. I was trying to get a little heavy in here, but I want to focus on what I do, because I'm Dick. Right? I learned about this film, God Told Me To, by Larry Cohen. He made some good movies, but man, there you go. They keep bringing this dude. They keep putting this up and do it all. There you go. Devout Catholic police detective. It's funny. You think that Larry would maybe try to do like a different. Anyway, you know what I'm getting at. So, anyways, let me go here. Not really much more here. Communion. I never saw that. So, of course, my man has to get his good boy points in right here. Look at this. Interestingly, these selected individuals are all Hawaii. You didn't spell it right, bro. Hawaii. Which, I don't know. You tell me. Ooh. He does, to his credit though, the writer, because I feel like I'm down on everybody all the time. He does cover probably one of the best movies where the intersection of religion and aliens comes in. The movie I like that I know a lot of you probably don't like, Signs. Yeah, Signs is, what is it? M. Night Shyamalan. Right. Signs was fucking great. Excuse my language. Signs was awesome. Okay, the idea that everything happens for a reason in the film, right? Right. That's what this man writing this can't have, and which I'm in between, and which others have. The idea of faith, that everything happens for a reason, and that you're taking on faith. That's a powerful thing. And he even says that to his credit. So, it's funny though, he did miss one film, and you know which film I'm going to mention if you're horror head. I guess it's a thriller, but do you remember, was it Fragility? Yeah, the Bill Paxton film. Yeah, that was amazing. That was a good horror film. That was a good religious film with a twist at the end. Yeah, Fragility. I didn't mention it. I don't even think I have. I think I lost that film, man. But anyway, we'll do a part 2 at some point. But there's just too much in here to go into. We need another one later. Like I said, so we're gonna do a part 2, so probably a different day at a different BNN. So they're starting to get wise to me, I think. I don't think they care, but well, if you do, I'm gonna keep the yelling and the berating into the video as much as possible. Also, you notice I made a big mistake for a film that I was such a fan of. I called it Fragility. It's Frailty. I knew it wasn't coming off the tongue right. Frailty. Yo, check that movie out. Matthew McConaughey, Bill Paxton, rest in peace, directed it. Frailty. That is one of the best religious horror films that's come out in the last 20 years, man. Alright, later.